Hey, good morning, everybody. How's it going out there? Did you have an amazing Monday? I hope you did. If you didn't, don't feel bad. Just be thankful it's over and move on, right? Yesterday's gone. They said yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, right? Celebrate today. Today's a present. It's a gift. Let's live it. And something to think about. I was thinking about this morning is just, have you ever been in life and you're doing your thing and you're moving forward, you're trying to get life done, but at the same time life happens and sometimes it just gets rough, right? And I was thinking about that this morning and I read something really amazing. I wanted to share it with you. Let's see here. So basically this is an Old Testament prophet, you know, and some of my viewers are believers, some of you aren't. I'm not trying to convince anybody to believe anything. Have integrity to your beliefs. If you believe, you know, if you and I have the same creator, well, that's great, you know. Yahweh is my God, the Lord Jehovah, my creator, my sustainer, right? And that's who I communicate with, and that's who I connect with, and I understand not everyone's on that same page, and I'm not here to convince you. I'm just here to share something, and if nothing else, maybe this can be just a word of knowledge, and I know a lot of other faiths even still believe in the Bible and say, hey, it's a good book of knowledge, okay? So, this is Micah, right? Old Testament prophet. He's in the Old Testament, and this is chapter 7. If you've never read it, maybe check it out. It's actually pretty cool. It's one of my favorite books. But basically, it starts out, so a little background here. Micah, he writes this verse, and he says, "Woe is me, I have become as when summer fruit has been gathered, and when grapes have been gleaned, there is no cluster to eat, no first ripe fig that my soul desires," right? And so basically kind of the symbolism here is when you go and you harvest a field, whatever that is, there's stuff kind of left over, right? When you harvest grapes, you can still kind of go back and pick up a grape here or there off the vine. There might be a cluster, and that's what they did back then, right? When they were harvesting, they would just get their lunch right there off there. Like, you know, it's like, hey, I'm harvesting, I'm hungry, let me get a grape. But he's saying, man, they've come through, there's nothing left. There's not even one grape. You can't even grab one. They've done a great job. There's no grapes left, right? And then he says, the godly have perished from the earth. There's no one upright, okay? And so I'm not going to read this whole thing, but basically he kind of goes on about how, like, man, I can't trust anybody. No one's got my back. I'm feeling alone out here. What the heck's going on? Everybody's just out for themselves. They'll stab you in the back. And let me just ask you, how does that compare today? I mean, I feel like that all the time, right? I'm like, man, who's got my back? Who's going to be there for me? I need a buddy. I need a friend. I can't trust anybody. And Micah talks about that. He's like, I can't even trust my neighbor. I can't even like shout out to the guy and be like, what up? How's it going? Because you can't trust him. And I know that, right? And you guys know that too, right? You go to work and it seems like all your coworkers want to stab you in the back. You know, you're driving to work and everybody's aggressive in their cars. You know, you smile at the person at the grocery store and they don't smile back, right? It's like you're doing your thing. You're trying to be the person who God created you to be. You're trying to win your game. You're like, yes, I'm amazing. I love this. I'm thankful to be alive. I want to make the world a better place. And basically all around you, just like Micah, is like a big F you, right? People are just like, F you. I don't give a crap. I don't care. So then Micah says, and this is why I love this, right? Because he's going on and he's talking about not trusting people, but then he says, I will look to the Lord. I will wait for the God of my salvation. He will hear me, right? Rejoice not over me, O my enemy. When I fall, I shall rise. When I sit in darkness, the Lord will be a light to me. I will bear the indignation of the Lord, because I have sinned against him, until he pleads my cause and executes judgment for me. He will bring me out to the light. I shall look upon his vindication. Then my enemy will see, and shame will cover her who said to me, where is the Lord your God? My eyes will look upon her. Now she will be trampled down like mire on the street. And so basically what Mike is saying here is like, life happens, right? Like he's not saying, hey, look at me, I'm awesome, I'm perfect. He's basically saying like, I will wait for my God. You guys can just like hate on me and treat me like crap. I don't even care anymore because I'm looking to God. God's got my back. I could trust him, right? And even like when I do stupid stuff, because Micah's saying here, what does he says? He says, I will bear the indignation of the Lord because when I sin, because I have sinned against him until he pleads my cause. So basically that's guilt, right? Because I've talked about guilt and shame in some of my videos, but guilt is like, I did something wrong. Shame says I am something wrong. Because we all screw up every day. We all fall down. And that's okay. Because just like Micah, we could say, cool, I screwed up. Not the best thing in the world. I wish I wouldn't have done that. However, I'm going to just hang out here because my God hears me. And he's going to be like, he's going to see me. And he's going to be a little upset like any good father would be. But at the same time, he's going to like build me up. He's going to pick me up. He's going to love on me. He's going to forgive me. And we're going to walk it out. And I'm going to become a better man because I've trusted in the Lord. Because he has my back. Because he picks me up. And then my enemies who stood and said, you suck or whatever, you know, your coworkers try to stab you in the back and they treat you unkindly, then you can see them because they're going to look stupid all of a sudden. That's kind of what this is saying. It's kind of saying like, you're going to commune with your Creator. Your Creator's going to have your back. You know, you guys are going to work out the deficiencies in your life because we all have them. We all have issues in our lives that we're trying to overcome, and you can work that out with your Creator because everybody's self-seeking and doing their own thing. And then all those people who tried to stab you in the back, they're going to look over and see that you got back up and you're still doing your thing and you're still rocking and rolling and nothing's going to stop you, right? Because you're never going to give up. You're never like, you know, the righteous man, he falls down 7 times and gets up 8, and that's you. You're like, dude, I'm always going to get back up. As long as I'm alive, as long as I'm sucking air, I'm going to reach my goals. I'm going to kick butt. I'm going to make the world a better place. And so I hope that made some sense to you. Read it yourself. Wrap your mind around it. Wrap it around this guy that says he's under unbearable stress and it's weighed down on him. And he's like, no, I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to tell the world to F off. I'm going to look to my Creator and I'm going to commune with him. And I'm going to live it and love it. And life is amazing. So that's just my little word for today. Have an amazing day. God bless you guys. Make it amazing. Peace.